So for a bit of context, a few years ago, a family friend gave me a box of camera equipment that I just never tried out and never used. And I'm thinking it could be a good chance to try them out and see how they work. So all of the lenses are manual. There is a 50mm, which is pretty small, compact. These are all Pentax mount lenses, a 35 to 70mm, 135mm lens, 2.8, and the last one, 75 to 300mm lens. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. There were also 3 other traditional film cameras that look pretty cool. I'm not going to try those out just because getting film is expensive and developing them is expensive, and I'm not trying to make this an expensive adventure. Let's keep it classy. There's one other thing that I found in this box. I've never seen this before. It's a teleconverter, it says. If I detach this from the 35 to 70, you can see it's kind of like an adapter, or like how you'd imagine a Metabone speed booster adapter looks. You could just play around with a couple more feet of zoom. Yeah, I'm explaining this very poorly, but hopefully you get the idea. I'm using my friend's A7S III. To mount these, I've ordered a Earth E-mount to Pentax K adapter. It was like £30 or something like that, or £40. And it's literally just a tube. Today, I will be heading out to my local marshes to test the equipment. I think we'll probably get some cool stuff. Let's head out then. I've just stepped out. My gosh, I've gotten so lucky with the weather today. When is it ever like this in London? The sun is blazing, skies are blue. It's a rarity. So far, footage has been pretty good. It's just roasting today. I'm excited to see how some bits will look. But yeah, we push on. Today went well. Couple of issues with the lenses. On the 75 to 300, the aperture ring was not working, which caused a bit of issues with exposure throughout the day. On the shots where I tried to combat it, found the right lighting here and there, it kind of worked out pretty well. But man, the 50 is so good. Had a great feel. It had that vintage look to it. I didn't end up using the other 2 lenses. One of them, I ended up leaving it at home just because I felt like the focus ring was really weird. The actual zooming in point, like it was just a really stiff lens. Tough lens to maneuver with. And the other one I ended up bringing out, the 135. I don't know, I just wasn't very happy with it. Got like literally like one shot with it and I was like, I'm not using this. Ended up just sticking to the 50 and the 75 to 300, which I think turned out both great. I've been behind the camera for a few years, but have only recently started properly getting into shooting my own stuff. I'm primarily a video editor. That's like my main thing. That's what I've been doing for years, but I want to get a bit more comfortable shooting, and especially in front of the camera as well. When you want to improve at something, a big part of it is just going out there and just doing it. I've had a few bad days where, like, you know, things have turned out shit and the footage has just been unusable. You know, I've put it in the archives like, cool, this is never being touched ever. But sometimes there are some really good days where things turn out great, although you might hit that initial wall of like, okay, what am I going to make here? You start getting in the flow of things and figuring out what inspires you and keeps you wanting to make new things. And I think this has been an example of that. I'm excited to see how it all turns out. Cool.
slings.
And we are back about a week after shooting. It's been a bit of a busy week for me. I actually have a shoot today, which is why my room is a bit of a mess at the moment. You can't see it all, but it is chaos. We're gonna go through everything that I filmed and kind of see what I liked, what I didn't like, what could have been improved about it, what I could have done differently. Yeah, let's go through it. So I kind of started around here just because I wasn't very comfortable with having all of this kit out with people on their days out and stuff, and kind of just wanted to start off in a bit more of a secluded area. As you can see, no one's really out, and then I kind of made my way through the marshes a bit more. The first thing that kind of stands out when you see the raw footage is the smudges on the lenses from the dust inside of the lenses. I did not notice this until I came back and watched it in the raw footage, but my gosh, so many smudges on these lenses. Since this, I have done like an extensive clean on it and made sure that these are gone, but this was the first thing that I noticed. So here is the shot that I originally used of the 135. I literally used it at the beginning and didn't proceed to use it anymore. It's great. I don't know why I didn't use it. The colors look great. The edges look really nice. Obviously around here you can see like it's getting a bit like blurry and you're losing a bit of that sharpness, but still I feel like it looks pretty great. This is when I had changed to the 70 to 200, and my edit was more or less just a bit of a compilation of it all. It wasn't really like a full-on, edit, but it was nice enough to just review the lenses. I really did like the push and pull factor of the 75 to 300. I've never really used a lens that has had that mechanic before, so that was new for me. Specifically, there was a shot of young people just walking. I was really happy with how this looked. I really liked how the 50 looked. Once you cut to the 50, it's just like, wow. Thankfully, there wasn't as many smudges on the 50. I say that, and then there's immediately a smudge there on that guy's white t-shirt, but moving on. And then I made my way through to this coffee stand bit, which was also pretty cool. They were really nice. On the day, he kind of saw that I was filming and asked, if I wanted to film him make an orange juice. Without me even asking, he was like, do you want me to do this? He sat and spoke with me a bit and wanted to find out a bit about what I was doing, and we just spoke a bit, which was quite nice. And he ended up giving me the orange juice for free, which was really cool of him. I felt like the tighter I got with the 75 to 300, the less stains you saw on the lens, which is a really big plus because it took away quite a lot of the distractions. Capturing people's like daily lives and just seeing how they like operate and stuff was a really big plus throughout the day, because I just felt like you just get a peek into what people get up to, and it just gives this realness and authentic vibe to it. And then we made our way through to the river. I really like this shot on the bridge as well, of like, capturing people walking. But with this 75 to 300, in regards to, having such a wham lens like this, it's just, even if people are 50 meters away, they're still going to notice, what is he doing up there with that camera? Why is he capturing us? Why is he filming us? And it was a bit out of my comfort zone, but at the same time, I am happy with how it turned out. I would like to make more of this kind of content, get some equipment that I'm not familiar with and isn't the industry standard, weird, different, unique lenses that have their own character. Really wide lenses, some really tight lenses, weird bokeh lenses, just some unique stuff that can add a bit more variety and make some footage a bit more dynamic is kind of my goal. Just making stuff that I think is cool. If you did like it, please leave a comment or leave a like or subscribe. Hopefully you'll be seeing a bit more of me, and yeah, hopefully I can make some more stuff like this. So cool. See you soon.